Time now for First Alert Weather with meteorologist Rob Nucatola.
The easy part of the forecast is the today part, because today is going to be a continuation of what we've been having for the past couple of days. It's mostly sunny, dry, getting a little toasty out there, and I think it's going to be a little bit more humid, so that may slow down some of those afternoon temperatures. Instead of getting to 95 like we did yesterday, maybe we stop at 93 or 92 would be nice, but it's still going to be warm, and it's going to be a little bit more humid, so it's going to feel warmer than it is. But it'll be pretty quiet, it'll be pretty dry. Today will be a good day for any preparations you want to make to in and around your homes as we gear up for what's going on in the tropics. Now, if we take a look at the satellite radar composite, there's not much going on around here. There isn't going to be, not today, and likely not going to be a whole lot early tomorrow. We'll start to see some changes later in the day tomorrow. And depending on the evolution of the tropical system that we are still calling potential tropical cyclone number 9, by the way, the low-level center of circulation is really, really hard to see. And it doesn't have that organization yet to give it that next upgrade to start calling it Helene. So we're still calling it potential tropical cyclone. That will change at some point, but all we can do is wait and see how it evolves. I think that will become a bigger part of the forecast by Thursday. Today's Tuesday. It's 75 degrees in Tallahassee. It's 72 in Thomasville. It's 71 in Valdosta. If there's a breeze this morning, it's going to have more of a east or a southeast component to it. And I do think things are going to start to get a little bit more breezy tomorrow, of course, as we start to see that gradient tighten up a little bit between all of the different factors in play that are all going to have a role in steering and allowing for the evolution of PTC number 9. This morning, it's mostly numbers between 70 and 75. Live Oak is the coolest spot at 68 degrees this morning. It's not breezy, but I think at times today we will notice that breeze, and hopefully there'll be enough of a breeze out there this morning where we're not going to be dealing with too much thick fog. Easternmost areas with a little shot for some of that, but right now visibility numbers are all better than 7 miles, so we're doing okay. Here's what we've got dialed up, bigger picture. Not much happening. You can see all the different shades up and down the Florida West Coast, and that's all in advance of PTC number 9. Our futurecast for today brings in a few clouds at times this afternoon, maybe a few more during the day tomorrow, even a couple isolated showers. But it's really not until Thursday that we start talking about the potential rainfall wrapping around that system. And then depending on where it goes, and I still think the where it goes part is up in the air. So I know you're going to see lots of places saying it's going to be this at this time with that. The answer is we don't know yet. Really, that's what the answer is. Whether we want to hear that or not, that's up to you, but that's the truth. We don't know yet. We've got some ideas, and we'll watch and see how it goes. I think one of the first parts of what's going on with PTC 9 is, does it make that much progress over towards the Yucatan over the next 24 hours, or does it move a little bit more north? That little difference will make a huge difference down the road. There's some energy over the Yucatan right now that's giving it a real tough time of getting its development going on, and that may force a little bit more north early. I'm still not completely buying that center of circulation that we've been using as the initialization point since yesterday, because we don't know where it is. It's hard to find, it's hard to see, so we're guessing, and now we're extrapolating on top of guesses, which means you started with some questionable data, and then everything after that exponentially changes. So there are going to be things that get worked out in time, so we just need to be a little bit more patient over the next little while before we start getting too worked up about numbers and categories and locations, because that will all change. Here's what we're looking at right now. If I didn't tell you there was a tropical system out there, and if you looked at this map, you wouldn't know there's one out there because it's very, very poorly organized. Now that's going to change. Once it gets past Cuba or the Yucatan or wherever it ends up, it's going to find much more favorable conditions for development. And it's likely going to develop fast. It's likely going to get real big. So there are things that we are going to see happen this time tomorrow. But we've got a whole day today first, and it's going to be all speculation today. So all I can do is urge you to keep checking in with us. We'll let you know everything we know the minute we know it. But patience is all we can do with right now. I mean, it's really hard to see any kind of circulation there. It's really hard to see any organization there. And if it moves a little bit more north towards Cuba today as opposed to over towards the Yucatan, that's going to make a huge change in how that cone adjusts by Thursday. So here's another computer model that I almost hesitate to show. This one did a nice job with the last tropical system. That doesn't guarantee it's going to do a great job with this one. This one is leaning it over towards Cancun over the next 24 hours. And then as it gets into the Gulf, I think the takeaway from this computer model is how much it intensifies and how big it gets. Now, does that mean it's going to find some place near the Nature Coast again on Thursday night? Not a guarantee. We're going to be able to adjust that cone a bunch over the next 24 hours. What we could use today for, and it doesn't matter whether you're in Destin or Mexico Beach or whether you're in Clearwater, today is the day to make those preparations and be ready. It's always better to be ready, even if you didn't need to be, than to wish you had gotten ready when you had the chance. So today, yes, everybody should be making precautions and making sure we have plans and we have kits and we have ideas and that we are checking in with the professionals. But it's not panic time just yet. What we do now is we watch, we wait, we see, and we get ready. On the Gulf today, winds out of the east and southeast 5 to 15. It's going to get a little bit more breezy, seas like 1 to 3 feet. Our story today is the easy part. Clear, sunny, dry, getting hot, and a little bit more humid. So I think those low 90s or even mid 90s, if it gets like 93 or 94, going to feel like it's near 100. It was pretty toasty yesterday. It will be even more so today as we go from mostly sunny to partly cloudy. Tonight into tomorrow, I think more partly cloudy, a little bit more muggy. We'll talk about some more patchy fog. I'm going to start ramping up those rain chances at times during the day tomorrow, and that's well in advance of whatever we're calling PTC number 9. I think Thursday is going to be the day that most of the area has the biggest chance for some serious wind and rain and surge. So we are still going to be planning for all that. Today's a great day, by the way, to tie those boats down or move those boats for sure. I think things clear up quickly on Friday. It should be a quick moving system. And then we'll see how the weekend plays out for us, but that's down the road a piece. First things first, today, excellent day for preparations and checking in with us. Thursday looks like it would be prime time day, but we still have some time to fine tune all the details for that.